Okay, so next we should talk about the cell organism, that is lysosome. So along with Golgi body we have discussed that lysosome arise from Golgi body. So its origin is from Golgi body. How it arises that already we know. So we know that Golgi body consists of structures, tubular structures, these are called system, and Golgi body mainly help in packaging. So while packaging, the part of Golgi body which contain the protein, which contain the enzyme, and it's separate from it in form of the vesicle. So the vesicle, okay, so we define lysosome as, this is membrane, single membrane. This is also very important to know here, where we know some cell parts have double membrane, some have no membrane. Okay, single membrane bound vesicle. What is special about this vesicle is, this vesicle contains, single membrane bound vesicle contain hydrolytic enzymes. So what is hydrolytic? We are going to discuss hydrolytic enzymes. Okay. Lytic word comes from the lysis. Lysis means digestion or breakdown. Digestion or breakdown. So vesicle which arise from the Golgi body, and this vesicle contain the digestive enzyme or lytic enzymes is known as lysosome. So a vesicle which is membrane bound and contain hydrolytic or digestive enzymes is called lysosome. Lysosome was discovered by C. D. Dubé. So only for your reference you can remember the name. Okay, lysosome discovered by C. Dubé. Most important thing is, what is lysosome? Lysosome is a vesicle, a membrane bound vesicle which contain hydrolytic enzymes or digestive enzymes. Lysis word stand for digestion or breakdown. Lyso word comes from the lysis, soma means body. So lysosome, okay, term come from the lysis, lyso word is from lysis. Okay, lysis means breakdown and soma means body. So a vesicle or body which contain digestive enzyme or the enzyme which help in breakdown. What is the importance of lysosome in cell? We know with the aging inside the cell there is large number of wear and tear, there is a breakdown of many cell parts after aging, many cell parts die, many foreign particles enter inside the cell, many secondary products during metabolism are generated. So many waste particles are generated within cells. These particles, these old senescent cell parts to be digested. So first and foremost function of lysosome is digestion, because it contains the digestive enzyme, digestion of waste particles or molecules, substances present in the cell, waste particle in cytoplasm. So main function is to digest. Okay, digestion of not only these waste particles, substances, this also help in digestion of pathogens or pathogen means microbes. Any microbe is present in the cell, foreign particle is present in the cell, any wasteful substance is there in the cell. So all these are digested by the cell, and ultimately by digesting keep the cell clean. Okay, so that keep cell clean. In other words, we can say these are the scavenger of the cell. These are the garbage disposal system of the cell. This help in removal of all kind of wastage. Okay, that's why it is known as the garbage disposal system of the cell. Garbage disposal system of the cell. Beside this sometime when cell after aging die, all the lysosomes present inside the cell can brush together and they can digest cell itself. After aging, like we know, like RBC have a certain age, only 120 days, 120 days. After that, all cells die. So this dead cell cannot be kept in the body for the longer duration, and these cells to be disposed. To dispose this cell, lysosomes present within cells, all the lysosomes present within cell, these lysosomes undergo brushing. They brush together, and after brushing, they are able to digest complete cells. Okay, that's why lysosomes are called suicidal bags. These are called suicidal bags because they can digest the complete cell itself. That's why these are called suicidal bags. They are commonly known as suicidal bags. Okay, because they are able to digest cell itself. Right? Next cell organelle we can take is mitochondria. Mitochondria, all of us know, commonly known as powerhouse of cell. This is commonly known as powerhouse of cell. Why it is so called powerhouse of cell? Because this is the place where aerobic respiration takes place, where breakdown of glucose takes place, and there is generation of ATP or energy. Cellular energy is generated inside the mitochondria. That's why it is known as powerhouse of cell. ATP stands for the high energy molecule. It is the energy currency of the cell. Adenosine triphosphate. The full form we need to remember. Adenosine triphosphate. It is the energy currency of cell. This is generated in the mitochondria. That's why it is known as powerhouse of cell by process of very simple point. We know that process of respiration. Okay, so mitochondria is the site of respiration, where respiration takes place. Right? Second thing, when we come to the structure, first point we understood why it is called powerhouse, because it is the part where ATP or energy generated. This is the part where respiration takes place. That's why it is called powerhouse of cell. When we look into the structure is quite interesting. As I mentioned, mitochondria is a double membrane cell organelle. This is a double membrane cell organelles. There is presence of two membranes. So quickly we should look into the structure. Generally, mitochondria is a rod-like structure or capsule-like structure. So we can mark it as the outer membrane. Okay, inner membrane, outer membrane is smooth. Inner membrane have inner foldings. This is not smooth. They have inner foldings. So this is inner membrane, and the gap present between these two membranes is known as intermembrane space. So these inner foldings we can notice here make projections inside it, and these projections are called cristae. This is very important. Projections, these finger-like projections are cristae, where the breakdown of molecules takes place to generate the energy. Right? These finger-like projections are called cristae, and inside the fluid present is called matrix. So we have to remember certain learnings: outer membrane and inner membrane. That's why it is called double membrane cell organelle. This is the example of double membrane. Right? Double membrane cell organelle. Inner membrane is having inner foldings. These make finger-like projections. These finger-like projections are called cristae, and the fluid inside the finger-like projection is called this fluid part. Okay, which is shaded one, is called matrix. Inside this there is presence of many enzymes, and these enzymes help in generation of energy or ATP formation. Last 2 points we have read here. Beside this cell organelle have its own ribosomes. There is presence of ribosomes in this one, this cell organelle. Ribosomes are of 70S type. 70S type of ribosome are generally present in prokaryotic cell, but 70S type of ribosomes found in the mitochondria also. And there is presence of DNA also. These two things are unique which are present in mitochondria, presence of 70S type ribosome and DNA. DNA is a single DNA which is also similar to the prokaryotic cell. Presence of single chromosome, single DNA and 70S type of ribosome indicate that this particular structure originated from the prokaryotic cell or mitochondria. Okay, earlier during the origin of eukaryotic cell, that might be present as the symbiotic entity within the eukaryotic cell, and then later on it becomes permanent part. That is only hypothesis. Okay, DNA and ribosome together make it semi-autonomous cell part. Semi-autonomous here means with presence of ribosome, it can synthesize its own protein. With help of DNA, it can regulate its own function. So in presence of DNA, it regulates its own function. In presence of ribosome, it synthesizes its own protein. Okay, so it partially depends on nucleus. It has its own DNA, it has its own ribosome that make it semi-autonomous cell organelle. So this is very important. What make it semi-autonomous cell organelle? Presence of DNA and presence of ribosome. What type of ribosome are present? 70S type of ribosome. Right? These together make it. Function separately no need to discuss. We already know that function of mitochondria is to generate the energy, to carry out the cellular respiration. That is the only function of mitochondria. Okay. Thank you.